Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to this new video here on Hedera or Hbar. Had to make an update. This has been one of the strongest coins in recovery in the last 24 hours after the bearish pressure we've had Sunday to Monday, and we're at a pretty crucial key level right here. Which I wanted to talk about, and just wanted to talk about the different possibilities here for Hedera, which, like I said, has been incredibly strong. It's up about 18% in the last 24 hours. Volume is up 46%. So not only the bottom right here, which ultimately forms at 12.5 cents, was very, very well defended. But we also came back with a lot of volume, which is always a great sign of a bottom forming. I also do think, although I have to say that the fundamental situation right now in the world is obviously still very uncertain, but I think we found a nice support. Right, this is the ultimate value. Well, if I put it back a little bit, if you go back in time, the level we're at right now is basically around the value area high. It is a massive key level, as you can see right here. And that in combination with how we defended that level right here, between 12.5 and 13.5, which is ultimately where it is, I think this is a solid support for now. Now, ultimately, whether we're going to be able to hold that long term, that remains a difficult question, and we shall see. And that's very dependent also on the external factors, trade war, etc. But for now, I think we found a bottom. However, from that bottom, we gained quite a lot of strength, and now we hit the previous support of the previous balance we had. All right, you can see Hedera consolidated between the 29th of March and until the drop this Sunday at this level right here, around 17 cents. That's where the POC is. So ultimately, if we actually want to turn bullish, because you can see on the 4-hour time frame, we're actually still below the trend. If we want to see a massive Hedera bull run into that massive resistance level right here at 18 and 18.5 cents, we would need to break above that level, right? So that's a level around 16 cents, and that's also where we have filled a fair value gap right here. So the major question right now for Hedera is, well, and that's also a question you have to ask yourself: do you think we're strong enough to break above that level? And personally, my answer at this point of time is no. All right, you can see we had amazing volume coming in for Hedera. The volume the last couple of hours has been on a decline, so that's an indication of loss of momentum. It is in general a very strong resistance level we have to break above, so you need a lot of strength to break above that. And then outside of that, two other things. First of all, the uncertainty in the markets is definitely still there. The volatility index has dropped down slightly, so there's a little bit less uncertainty, but there is still a lot of uncertainty. And then we also, with this move up, we left some imbalances to the downside of our own, right here between 15 and 14 cents. So those also act as a bit of a magnet here to push the price down. And looking at the order flow, we also have some shorts coming in and some longs being closed. So ultimately, that's why I'd have to say maybe we have one more spike into like the POC right here at 16.3. So if I zoom in, maybe do one more spike up like this. But ultimately, I do think we are the next move is going to drop down into, let's say, 14.5 cents. But ultimately that level between 14.7 and 14 cents. There I expect support. I do not think we might spike down to that fair value gap at 13 cents, but I do not think that that's going to be our main support. I think we're going to find support a little bit higher, and then from that support we can have a little bit more of a better view of whether we can get up to 17.5 and 18 cents a little bit later, because ultimately that depends a lot on what Bitcoin is going to do, and that is still fairly uncertain right now. So yeah, those are my thoughts on Hedera right now. That's what I would expect. I will definitely keep you updated on this, so keep an eye on the channel, but this is one of the most interesting coins right now, so we'll definitely do that. But for now, that's it. So thank you for watching, take care, and bye.